Hello and welcome to this episode of The Gist. My name is Crystal Newman and I am here with two lovely ladies to discuss menstrual hygiene management. We're going straight into this. Now, I'm here in my capacity as a Goodwill Ambassador with Uganda Red Cross Society. When I say menstrual hygiene, let's just break it down in simpler terms. Some people say Aunt Flo, that time of the month.
Yes.
A girl on her periods.
And flow and so many other things.
And so many other things.
In local languages.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we have Rosette Nanyanzi here with us from the Ministry of Education and Sports, a research officer regarding gender issues in education. And then, of course, we have Rukh-Shana Namuyimba from DFCU Bank, Head of Communications and Marketing, I believe.
No, just Head of Communications.
Head of Communications. And events, okay.
And events.
Well, welcome to the show. I'm excited about this conversation because we need to break the silence.
True, that's very true.
It's always been a hush-hush topic when people talk about, you know, those are women issues. So those are things for
But
girls.
are they really women's issues? I think it's everyone's business.
It's everyone's business. Yes. Because even if you have a child, a girl, I mean, a father will have to deal with it. We work with women. We have sisters. We have nieces. We have mothers and grandmothers. And it's the most normal, natural thing.
But I think it's just an uncomfortable conversation for
So
people to have.
we need to talk about it more and more until
That's
it
why
gets
we need to talk
comfortable.
about it. But it's not comfortable because sometimes people don't really know what to do with menstrual hygiene, whatever. And of course, it's a very big conversation right now because we do know that girls struggle to get sanitary materials.
Exactly.
I mean, people struggle to buy sugar and to buy bread. So where's the money going to come from for sanitary materials?
And more important, for us to be able to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, we need to put into consideration this issue. So it's not just about the girl, it's about all of us.
All of us. I mean, we are celebrating the International Menstrual Hygiene Management Day this month. That's actually the 28th of May. So it's a conversation that's not just happening here, but it's happening in so many different countries. And one of the reasons why we are really looking at it is because, number one, you said the theme for this year is
time for action.
Time for action. So we need to break the silence, number one, and then we need to take action. Because if you keep saying, oh, that's someone else's business, so many girls are falling behind. So I'll just go to you, Rosette.
Yes.
Why is this such an issue, especially when it regards the girl child in school?
This is a serious issue that affects us as the education sector. Research has showed us that girls miss between 2 to 5 days every month attending to menstruation.
So that could be
That's
12
a
days
lot
in
of time.
a term.
It's a lot of time. And for us as a sector, that has implications on the performance of these girls. It has implications on their retention. Many girls are dropping out of school. Many girls are becoming pregnant, and so many other issues.
People don't see that relationship.
It's not just an issue for the girl. It is an issue for the education sector. And for us, we believe that to be able to address this issue, we should start to break the silence, create awareness, make sure that our girls have the provisions, make sure that the learning environment is very conducive for this girl so that she can be able to menstruate with dignity. Because you have already said it's natural, it's normal.
Very.
And I believe all of us are a result of menstruation.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to marry, if I was a man, I wouldn't want to marry a woman who does not menstruate. So for me, I think it is a very beautiful thing that women menstruate, and we should take action.
Okay.
It's interesting, Rosette, that you're talking about awareness. And I'm a bit curious because when I was growing up, maybe I grew up a long time ago, but when I was growing up, I honestly don't remember conversations happening in school around menstruation.
Those days when you're growing up, your grandmother was there, your aunt was there. And traditionally, this conversation used to be conducted
In the home.
in the home with the parents. But right now, we have a challenge.
So what are we doing in the schools as far as having this conversation is concerned?
One, as far as this conversation is concerned, we have to make sure that everyone gets on board. This menstruation is integrated in our curriculum. It is integrated in our school activities. in music, dance, and drama, because we want everyone to get on board.
Yes.
Reason, we have realized that the public, the so-called singers and grandmothers are no longer there.
They're focusing on other things. They're there, but they're focusing on other
Because
things.
a lot of people say that, but back
Yes.
in the day, women would never talk about these issues. But menstrual hygiene or menstruation goes
Why
hand in hand
now?
with puberty, goes hand in hand with adolescence.
Reproduction.
Why are we talking about it now? Those days women would suffer silently. And these were not women going out to the public. And for us, we are saying girls should be given an opportunity to go and compete with men in the world of work.
Yes, yes.
So if they have been challenged with menstruation, we may lose them along the way. So we need to start taking action now and make sure that we support them. By the time we will send them out to the public, they are able to manage.
Okay.
And that is why the conversation has moved from the home to the school setting, but also to the public, so that everyone plays a role to support this girl
Yes.
to go through this stage.
Rukh-Shana, you were saying that, when you were growing up, you don't remember hearing this conversation in school. And if you remember, it was something
Maybe
that you
you
hid
were
from
an
all the
obsessed
boys.
student.
No, I was very present, I assure you. But it's not a conversation that happened in
We
school
talk
at all.
about school health, sanitation and hygiene, and we don't bring in issues of menstruation. But what used to happen, maybe in the old days, the teachers were very shy.
Or they would call the girls aside and
And I'm
only have this
imagining-
conversation with the girls.
I'm imagining your class where the teacher is a man, and now the topic is around menstruation.
Okay, yeah.
Then he says, we shall cover this next. Maybe the girls will go to the senior woman teacher. Go on other days. It is everyone's business.
It's actually discussed in the classroom with the boys.
Because we're trying to get as many boys and men in on this conversation because it affects everybody.
I think that's really important because you will find, if the boys are not involved in this conversation, you'll find, for example, a girl who has her first period and it happens, she's in class and she just gets up to go to the front of the class and she's soiled her dress and the boys laugh at her.
Not only that, the boys are the fathers of tomorrow. We want them to be responsive. They should start appreciating that this is one of the issues of growing up. As the men are developing beards, girls are going through menstruation. So if you're going to be a responsible father, as you're planning for bread, then you should plan for a sanitary pad for the girls.
It is a
That
basic
is why
requirement.
we bring it. And then we want champions, people who can break the silence, people who can go out there and talk about these issues without fear, because it's natural, it's normal, and it is healthy.
There's something that
So why
Rosette,
hide?
there's something that you mentioned, that Rosette mentioned earlier in respect to the fact that they'd like girls to be able to ably compete with boys, and I think that's particularly important for us as DFCU because we're very passionate about women empowerment.
Yes.
I mean, we have a whole program that's driving women financial, economic empowerment. And it's a bit difficult to expect these girls to be the entrepreneurs of tomorrow if they actually cannot even stay in school. So what we have decided as an institution is, I mean, Crystal, you would know this.
Yes,
We've
yes.
partnered with Uganda Red Cross in running the Keep a Girl in School campaign.
Exactly.
And of course, alongside Ministry of Education. But we've taken it a step further. And we've decided that as DFCU Bank, we are running a campaign internally among our employees to actually raise funds. So this is not money that's coming out of the DFCU coffers. It's over 1,000 employees who are giving of their own resources to support this initiative.
That is
So
absolutely.
they will identify a rural school, like a needy school, and then we shall buy sanitary towels and we shall give them. And I've had people ask questions like, but we go into menstruation until we hit menopause.
Exactly.
So how are you going to sustain this project? And that's a critical issue. But from where we sit, what we want to do is sort out a problem as we go along.
Exactly, you have
Otherwise,
to start.
we will never be able to
The
actually solve this
conversation
issue.
can go on
Yes.
over and over again,
Of
but you
course,
have to start.
It is not only DFCU that is contributing. We want to have as many partners on board. Because as I have already shared, it's a foreign business. If DFCU is targeting this child, maybe in a rural setting, let us have another partner somewhere
Exactly.
also contributing. Because at the end of the day, these women, these girls, the future women of tomorrow, are going to benefit all of us.
Absolutely.
So it's not about DFCU and this business of people asking, is it sustainable or not sustainable? We should be able to start somewhere and move the agenda.
I get what you're saying, Rosette. It is, much as we're so happy to have corporate companies on board as well with this campaign, Keep a Girl in School, that Uganda Red Cross Society has launched. It's not just about corporate companies coming in. It's about every person. You can keep a girl in school for just 15,000 shillings a term. That is how much it costs for a girl
That's
not to
actually a
miss.
meal.
Yes, it's a meal
Those
for
are
a
3
whole
loaves of
year.
bread.
Thank you. For a whole year, you're
Yes.
talking 45,000 shillings. And that means every person, you can miss out on a meal. If you're saying Friday night, you're going out with your people, you can say, okay, let's stay in and divert that money to this campaign. So we can all step in because at the end of the day, we all have sisters, we all have nieces. They're women in our lives, and you, man or woman, can support someone else.
Yeah, take
Well,
action.
thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.